lot of walls. I see a lot of door openings, but I can't find the hole. And I'm afraid some of my friends aren't here because I told them to put it in their GPS, hole in the wall. I'm pretty sure they put hole in the wall. I said, you know, it's just upstairs from simmer down. I'm pretty sure they couldn't find hole in the wall. They probably put in simmer down. You gotta go there. They have fabulous, fabulous Caribbean food. I also want to give it up, thanks to you guys for producing this, but I also want to give it up for the poster. The poster was cool, it was good graphics. You probably saw a picture of me. I was not smiling in the picture, but if I had known I was going to be stuck right in the middle between two black men, I would have been smiling. I mean, I too have a dream. It's just a little dream, but it's a dream all right. I mean, I look up to Mr. Martin Luther, of course, but now, thanks to the statue in Washington, D.C., none of us have an option otherwise, because the bottom of his chin is 20 feet above all of our faces. Y'all seen that? It's huge. 30 feet tall. Martin Luther King in Washington, D.C. is 30 feet tall. Anyway, I'm back in the South. I've been living in California, but I'm back in the South, and the word race, racial issues, it's tight, it's interesting, it's still happening. But the word race, it means you're going to have a winner, you're going to have a loser. I don't really like that word. It means you're going to have a finish line. I figure by the time the word was invented, by the time someone decided where the finish line was, the people of African descent had already passed the finish line. They were back at camp eating ribs. But I do love being back here. Like black people, white people, it's how I grew up. I'm comfortable. And I like the differences between all of us. Like, when a white person sees me come around the corner, and they see how tall I am, they want to ask me how tall I am, they clear their throat first. And then they say, "Can I ask you a question?" And I say, "You just did. Would you like to ask another one?" But wait, before you answer, I'm 6'3", and yeah, of course I play basketball. Thanks for asking a question about asking a question. And then when a black person sees me come around the corner, they don't ask me nothing. They just take one look, say, "Damn!" And then they've got a basketball ready, and we're playing this game on. So to answer your question, yes, I did play basketball. But actually, I also co-wrote and starred in a movie in my head that you may have seen called Tall White Girls Can't Necessarily Jump Either. But I was good at this part, defense. I would incorporate a little bit of what I learned in ballet and jazz class. And it was all good until they would move around me or past me. I left the running to the rest of the team because I didn't know how to bend my knees until college. But volleyball was cooler. I think maybe because the ball was white and I didn't have to run. The net came right up to the tips of my fingers. So I could just stand there. If the ball was coming over, I'd just go, "Hmm." And if you know anything about the timing of volleyball, when a spiker jumps up in the air, you wait until they're coming back down before you jump, or in my case, not jump. So I just stand there and watch this girl go up in the air, and then when she's coming back down, it's like, "Oh." That was good times. That was Asheville High. Asheville High School. I'm proud to say I'm an Asheville High Cougar. I feel like the cougar in me just keeps getting better. It didn't really become real to me until a couple of years ago. I turned mid-30s. All of a sudden I find myself kind of creeping down around McDowell Street around the time school's getting out. Trying to find excuses to talk to the football players about where's this or that, or asking the basketball players to help me get down out of this tree.
Ooh, rare.
I'm not like that. I didn't discriminate. Some of them were wrestlers. School's back in session. Is anybody out there in school? bachelor's degree, master's degree? Anybody in school? Anybody working on their THC?
You! Ow!
I guess that's like a study in psychoactive plants with a concentration in the head. I never really realized how significant the short-term memory was until I was hanging out with a dude that I was really after. And we smoked some pot together. And he started kissing me. And later, I realized I had forgotten to get wet. And I was like, what? And then I got paranoid. I was like, what? This is not supposed to happen. Am I out of juice? It all worked out. It was a happy ending, so to speak. Smoking's cool. I occasionally like a black and mild, but I prefer to call him by name. My friends ask me this. It's funny living in the South or anywhere for that matter. They say, Teresa, why do you date black guys? And instead of asking them a similarly silly question like, why do you date people with a beard and an asshole? Because everybody's got one somewhere on their body, naturally. Instead of being rude, I'm just a smartass, and I come back to them. I say, well, relatively speaking, their teeth are a whole lot whiter. Secondly, I can swim really well. So I figure if we have kids, just because I can swim and can't do anything else, we'll have every single athletic base covered. Third, I haven't had that much luck marrying into money. So I figure I might as well marry into lips, tits, and booty. For the sake of my children. And then, finally, I would love to come home after a long day, look at my beautiful husband, my children, and be able to say with all legitimacy, hey, my nigga. Yeah, I would love to say, what up, my nigga? Honey, I'm home.
Woo!
But ladies, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna creep up on your man. I'm just here hanging out in Asheville, wicking it in my thong underwear. In fact, if you're hating on me, just imagine that every step I take, it's kind of tight up in here. Every step I take, I'm getting cut long ways. Each time, a little more. Besides, I went to the beach last week, and I caught a hermit crab up in here.
No, you didn't.
Y'all, thanks. My name's Teresa Jane. I'm going to continue to be that. I'm not Jewish, but I do appreciate a good challah.
Yeah, she's a gold digger.
Give it up for Teresa, everybody.